Oh dear. Darn it. Sorry. No, wait. Oh gosh. Hello everybody. First things first, I am recording from my home now because my summer is well underway, my summer break, and I will be no longer filming at school because I don't have to be there anymore. Anyways, so, second thing, welcome to our new channel. I know we really weren't at the other one for too long, but thank goodness it was pretty early on in the process that we decided to move instead of way later down the road. My topic for today, which is actually something Zach and I had a big discussion about in the van for our Manhattan Project trip, is adverbs. Just a quick refresher, adverbs are to verbs as adjectives are to nouns. They describe actions the same way that adjectives describe things. So for instance, in an adjective-noun relationship, you would have the red fire truck, whereas in an adverb-verb relationship, you would have the red fire truck quickly drove to the fire. In that example, the verb drove is being further defined by the word quickly. Not all adverbs, but many adverbs end in an ly, which is a pretty good signal that you're looking at one. Ever since Mad Libs as a kid, adverbs have been my personal favorite part of speech. And so I was dismayed when talking with a creative writing student at Vanderbilt about creative writing classes. They said that one of the professors discouraged the use of adverbs. Now, I personally have always found them very colorful and I love to use them, so I was wondering how could someone possibly discourage the use of adverbs? But then I remembered what her point about adverbs actually was, and that's this, that if you're ever using an adverb, it's because the verb that you are using isn't good enough. To this professor, it was better to just enhance the verb itself rather than depend on an adverb to get your meaning truly across. Adjectives you can't quite do so well without. Nouns don't always imply the adjective that you attach to it. For example, if I say tree, I could give you any number of adjectives and describe totally different trees. However, verbs are a lot more specific and come in a much broader spectrum of meanings. And therefore, this professor's point was just simply pick a better verb. Remember, adverbs serve no other purpose than to enhance another word, so they usually are a sign that you are using a weak verb. If you make the verb more specific, you can make your sentence shorter, more direct, and more powerful. There's also another way in which adverbs are imprecise. Take this sentence, for example, which I admit to have written a while ago, that I caught while I was revising on our trip. She cleared her throat and looked around the room awkwardly. The adverb in this sentence, of course, being awkwardly. The intent was that awkwardly described the feeling in the room at that moment, which meant that it probably would have been better to use as an adjective in the first place. But in revision, it was pointed out to me by my dad, I think actually, that it sounded as if it was her manner that was awkward rather than the mood. Now, I admit that this sentence is first and foremost an example of poor and imprecise writing. But it is something to keep in mind. Does this adverb, and especially its position in the sentence, convey what I want it to? It's all related to this idea of show, don't tell. You want your language to be visually evocative. I mean, after all, actions speak louder than words. If your verb can show your reader what it is that you want them to see without you having to give all this extra description, then you've succeeded. And one step towards achieving this more visually evocative language is by letting go of your adverbs, empowering your verbs, so you can make your language more powerful, direct, and streamlined. That's all I got, so see you later.